Second referee, Miss Joy De Imus. Let's call on our starting lineup from our Sea Lions of PGJC Navy. Let's begin with our team captain. He wears jersey number 16, Seaman Second Class Greg Dolor. At number 15, Apprentice Seaman Peter Kiel. Wearing jersey number 17, Seaman First Class Wilbert Sapida. Number 18, Seaman Second Class Oven de la Vega. Number 20, Christian Marcelino. And number 24, Owen Suarez. Starting libero is number 4, number 13, Jack Kalingking, Seaman Second Class. Head coach, Petty Officer 3, Cecil Cruzada. Calling on for Alpha Omega Elite Spikers. Team captain wear jersey number 13, Kim Tan. At number 11, Razel Palisok. Wearing jersey number 15, John Carlo De Suyo. Number 16, Jethro Cabillan. Number 19, John Daniel Diwa. And number 23, Franz Lander Racaza. Starting libero is number 8, Ricardo Alfaro. Head coach, Mr. Edjet Mabayad. This is match number 57, Preliminaries in Pool D, Season 6.
Edjet Mabayad is just like us. He changes his t-shirt every 2 days. In the meantime, you're taking a look at the starting lineup of the Navy. And the starting lineup of Alpha Omega as well. Let's see if Noreen goes headset is okay. Do you hear me now?
I hear you loud and clear.
I was saying that Edjet Mabaya just changes his t-shirt every 2 days, depende kung sinong team. And at a certain point, just like us, he will be confused.
Well, that's how good they are. You know,
They're needed everywhere.
Exactly.
In the meantime, we tease them about it, but we also just change t-shirts. From league to league.
Yeah.
And it's a volleyball buffet, as I call it. And here we are. We're at 1-0. The Alpha team with the first point, scratching our scoreboard, breaking the ice. Rakasa, go ahead.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Edjet earlier, asking, you know, how the team was made up. And he said, it's actually because players like to play, period. So when they said, we're going to form a team, and then I'm available, so that's how they formed a bit of Arellano, a bit of Olivares, and Diwa, formerly from Navy.
Kaya pala AO. Kaya Arellano, Olivares. Olivares, of course, is the school somewhere in Parañaque. Arellano has different campuses here, there, and everywhere. So anyway, we're underway with the serve of the Navy. Mars Marcelino, all set to serve. Ang aga nila rito, Noreen, as early as around 2 o'clock, the Navy team was already in the stands here. And I understand from our producers, they were actually playing patintero downstairs to kill the boredom, siguro, of having to wait through that 5-set battle between the LaSalle Dasma and the team of Coach Sammy earlier.
And between Sir Seven, Coach Ronnie.
Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised anymore with the number of 5 sets that happen, and you and I tease each other about it when whoever's watching at home. In the meantime, our score, wow, the Navy with an early jump out at 4-1.
Well, you know what's at stake. Again, losing is not part of the equation for PGJC Navy. You want to win in 3 or 4 because winning in 5 opens the door
for Savage. 4-2 is the count here. And we've got the serve now of Franz Racaza. It's in play. Suarez with the set, and it's inside.
I'm looking at the starting six of Navy. Pretty much, I think the core, they opted not to start Edward Camposano, who is a star in his own right. So they're very comfortable with this core.
Peter Kiel will be serving. Let's see if Camposano is brought in at what point. In the meantime, the reverse, it is blocked, but it is outside, and it'll be a point for AO. They achieved their third point.
I think that was Palisok challenging Greg Dolor. That's not an easy task, but he is up to it.
Alam mo, parang pader din yan. In the meantime, that serve goes way out.
There was a problem with the controls of that serve.
Yeah, parang ways, telling you to go to our rights, and you, what are you doing?
Recalculating.
Bringing you back to center. In the meantime, the serve in play. The set. Tan tips it over. Libero hard at work.
Owen Suarez showing Tan. This is the way to tip it over. Find the hole.
Oh no, Joy. Celis is here. Celis makes the volleyball game so much more fun. You'll watch his libero work.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we've got the serve right now by Toto de la Vega. Navy jumping out of the gate with a 4-point lead. This serve is too strong.
Yeah, we saw that. And for the Toto de la Vega fans, they're so happy really that he's healthy. You know, he's been battling injuries, but he's healthy, he's here. That's why Navy is actually in contention.
Okay, this is going to be a great finish for this tournament with so many vying for the top honors. You know, Signal has no clear hold on whatever championship, but let's see what happens. First technical timeout is going to be underway very shortly.
Welcome back to the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2023. Now, today serves as a big revenge game for the PGJC Navy Sea Lions after their wake-up call loss in the PNVF. Naikwenta sa akin ni Head Coach Cecil Cruzada that was the first time the management and the coaching staff reached that level of anger. This urged the team to reflect more within themselves. They did not have training for a while just to reflect. Kaya naman today, like what you guys mentioned, ang aga nila dumating dito sa Paco Arena, and that was to play patintero. And that is actually aligned with their new approach, and that is the walang nakasimangot, enjoy lang tayo in today's game mindset. Back to you, guys.
Well, I haven't played that.
I have another suggestion for Navy.
What?
Maglaro sila ng taguan dito sa Paco. Kaya naglaro sila ng taguan dito, walang makikita ako. Alam ko na yung Paco Church, yung Paco Catholic School, yung palengke. Yung palengke lang, daming matataguan dyan. But, you know, you try different methods with teams, you know, to boost their morale, keep their interest. Oh, look at that bullet of a spike.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sir Sev, because there's no right formula.
Yeah.
You know, it really caters or you tailor fit it to a certain team based on their needs.
Like in this case, Ejet Mabayat feels he wants to talk to his team early on.
Naman tayo, kaya lang naka-establish yung block ng kabila. Tibayin natin sa cover. Huwag tayo masyadong kumpiyansa sa atake natin. Okay, tiyagay natin sa coverage siya. Block, side step, huwag nung nakadiretso lang. Okay, go. Sige. Hey! Alpa!
Alam nyo naman si Ejet Mabayad, man of few words yan. Dapat magtayo ng team yan. At saka si Aaron Vicencio.
Who?
Aaron, what's his name? The coach of...
Aaron Velez?
Velez, sorry. Vicencio is my friend. Aaron Velez. No, men of few words, you know. And then Jerry is the second assistant.
Yeah. Pwede.
Sabi ng players, ano daw? I'm sure it works. That punches through. Anyway, 10-5 here.
Well, Palisok, we did mention, was checked in their last game.
No, si Aaron Velez talaga, ganun din, ano, cool, calm. Diba? Pero there are other formulas, no? Like Kung Fu.
Vocal.
Ano sabi, makita ko lang ang mukha nito nakasimaw, sabi ni Ian Laure. Samantala, 11-5. Si Sapida yata itong magsaserve.
Yeah.
Sapida is number 17. His first name is Christian. His serve lands in the net. That will be the 7th point or the 6th point of Alpha.
But I think the management, based on the report of Ayana, the management got mad and then they didn't practice to reflect. I think it's doing them well. They actually have a good start today.
You know, I also saw, kasi itong Navy, they were leading against Chef on the Diet, 2-0. Then they lost their grip on it. They started not playing well, and they lost that game completely. In the meantime, that FEU team just playing well. In the meantime, that is a big shot by France. Long.
Wasted opportunity because that was a good save for Navy there.
This is one of those games that's starting slow. Each side trying to calculate the energy of the other, what the other wants to do. Here comes the set. Very low pickup by Peter, rather number 15, that's Tata De Suyo.
But yeah, but if you're Navy, you do not want to take Alpha Omega for granted. Because again, they're just here to play spoilers. They want to go out with a bang. So if they can upset the Navy.
Which De La Saldasma almost did earlier today. That's a regalo, a red-hot delivery.
Oh, you don't give regalos to Greg Dolor. He's going to really be all over that. Look at this.
Full swing, you know.
Oh.
And it was, and you know, those regalos, they look so large above the net when they present themselves. Parang tempting you, hit me. This is a cut. Celis with a graceful glide. And another delivery by Dolor from the wing.
Well, he is pumped today. I think that conference with management helped him and boosted him.
Alam mo si Coach Cecil Cruzada, ano siya I've seen her, she's a very strict disciplinarian. She runs a tight ship, which applies to Navy, really. Oh, that's borderline. And they don't call it, but it'll go. Yeah, they call it. Eventually it became 4 touches. We arrive at the second technical timeout at 16-7. Don't go too far away.
Yun laging pinapaalala sa akin ni Coach na ikaw dapat yung mauna sa mga hakbang na gagawin para ma-improve yung bawat isa. Ahakbangin muna namin isa-isa hanggang makaabot kami ng top 4, magbabago na yung ihip ng hangin pagdating ng top 4. Pupuspusan na kami doon hanggang makuha namin yung championship. Bibigyan namin ng magandang laban lahat ng kalaban namin.
Wala naman ako masabi sa buhok ni Greg Dolor, ano? Ahit Ruby, ahit Pogi. Linis nung dating nung buhok.
Always. I mean, I think he hasn't changed from years ago.
In the meantime, 16-7, Navy jumping out, taking charge of the water so far, and that serve is red hot, regalo, but they don't impose on it right away. Alfaro unable to handle it well. It's a free ball. De Suyo sends it airborne. Celis says, let's set it up. Alfaro drops to the deck. Tough set. This rejected.
Well, Navy playing well in all cylinders, in all aspects of their game.
Parang may renewed confidence now. And Edget Mabayad needs to talk to his team. They call a timeout. This is the second in the set.
palo, hindi natin tinatagal sa cover. Hindi naman pwede isa lang din yung cover. Dami nyo dyan eh. Diba? Pagkatian nyo yun, sigurado makukuha nyo yan. Okay? Pero kung hindi kayo mag-uusap dyan, magtitingin na kayo, hindi natin mayangat yan. Okay? Ayun, masyadong malayo yan.
Pre, ganito natin, pre. Pag, hindi naman kasi sa lahat ng oras, pre, perfect recipe. Kaminin namin yun, may kasalanan din kami nasa likod. Yung mga spiker, adjust na lang, ha? Hindi kailangan makipagpuntusan natin dyan kasi wala tayong recipe ang gagawin natin. Adjust na muna, ha? Let's go, Alpha! Teka!
Okay, the best cheer dancing competition in the country is back. Catch the UAAP Season's 86 Cheer Dance Competition this Saturday, December 2, 2 p.m. at the Mall of Asia Arena. And you can watch it live on One Sports UAAP Varsity Channel in Pilipinas. Live. And Ejett Mabayad telling his team things to do and things to consider. They're behind here, 17-8.
Because when you think about it, Navy isn't actually doing anything
Special.
and spectacular so far. It's just that they're playing according to their game plan. Blocking, receiving, serving. So it's Alpha Omega that's got to make the adjustments.
Ginagawa ng Navy, balik-balik lang. Tan, short on the attack.
Yeah. So you see what good defense can do for you. When an opponent starts having stuff blocks, it makes the hitters actually doubt their capabilities and start to try too hard.
And they hesitate and that's a good word, doubt. In the meantime, no doubt about that. That's a cross-court delivery. Palisok delivering.
Yeah, better response there.
We got a change coming in. Sundiang, number 9. This is S1 Sundiang. That's his nickname. Unless I have read it wrongly. 89 is the count here.
S1. You're right, it's S1.
Through 2 defenders, and that's a red-hot strike. Nobody able to lift it high.
Well, that's the perfect term for the way Greg Delore is playing red hot here in the first set.
Lahat ng tirahin niya pasok eh.
Oh.
Was there a block? I forget now. There may have been, but ang bilis eh.
Yeah, it wasn't well established.
Good point. This one is rejected, and it's blocked out, and it'll go to the elite spikers.
Well, if you remember, Diwa actually used to play for Navy, so he is going up against his former team. Oh, good serve.
And a solid kalingking stop. Alfaro. Naipit siya. Rakasa got entangled with Razel Palisok. Parang baka tamaan kita.
Yeah. Nag-alangan.
At saka those volleyball injuries happen sometimes with you don't collide with the other bodies of the other team, di ba? Usually it's against a teammate.
Yeah.
Diwa. And finally, a clear attack connection.
Well, for Tan, you're hoping that's going to be the start of something big here because he has been struggling in terms of his output production.
Yes. Kim Tan will be serving for all of us. Kim Tan high up into the hands of Kalingking. Sobra naman. Ang init naman ito.
And that's not the perfect set. It was actually low for Marcelino.
Baba.
Look at his follow through. Diba? His shoulders were very low.
As we often say, gagawa na lang ng paraan. We have Christian Sapida serving. And down the line, success.
Yeah, we did see that. Even with his time with Navy, in his time with Navy, that slide, that quick.
Jetro Cabillan, who's a starter, is back in the lineup for the Alpha Omega Elite Spikers. This one is high up and out. And JD Diwa, mukhang masakit yung kamay niya, no? Daming nakatape.
No, actually, a lot of players, they like putting the tape because it makes the contact with the ball different, like more solid, the sound.
Really?
Yeah. It's not because...
The tunog is importante.
Yeah. the feel. It's not because they're injured or their fingers are painful.
Off a toss or a spike or either?
Either. Either.
Okay. So for me to appreciate the sound in the next coverage, I'm going to tape my fingers as well. Nice to know. I thought naman may injury. Ito naman, sobra. De La Vega.
It's like who always tapes their fingers? Din Santiago Manabat. You see fully taped?
Yeah.
That's not because they're injured.
Kung minsan, pre-game routine na lang eh. No? Merong ganun eh. Total, bayad naman ng team yun. Mainit ha. Palisok with a red hot delivery of his own. In the meantime, that is hit long and out by the Navy.
A very rare error on the side of Greg Delor. Yan ang gigil.
Kasi bukas na bukas eh. 23-14 ang ating bilang dito sa ating first set. And referee Sanchez says, please serve.
And a lot of times, if you know you're playing well, you take more risks. You want it stronger, deeper. You know?
And the angles, you gamble a little.
Yeah.
We arrive at set point very quickly. 24-14. My estimate here is less than 20 minutes.
Uh-huh. Oh,
overpass. And just like that, this first set is history. And Navy well on its way to what it wants to achieve in this game. Watch this.
Yeah, that was skill with that serve, and this reception was actually a gimme for Navy.
Okay, we'll take the break between sets and return very quickly with set number 2. Navy taking 19 minutes to do the job in the first set, winning against Alpha Omega Elite Spikers 25-14. They were in full control, Noreen.
Yeah, they look like a possessed team, actually. They started out strong. All the hits you can see were solid hits. We heard of the report that, you know, they went through something, you know, a process to get to this game, and obviously it has worked. They attacked well, less errors. So really, I mean, a really good game or a good set for Navy. Alpha, on the other hand, just could not get going. A few blocks on the side of Navy, and they struggled after that, played intimidated, and couldn't get their hits over. And you can see the attacks by doubled.
Grabe,
14-7. The blocks, we saw the blocks. That's actually one of the weapons that started it all here in the first set, and everything else is one serve for Navy and 6 errors apiece. But it's basically Navy looks like the more focused team in the first set.
You know, through the years, I keep adding that up while the analyst is talking. I'm always adding it up to make sure that it reaches 25.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Why?
Maybe reception falls.
Yeah, okay. There are other aspects.
Yeah,
correct. Okay. So we're awaiting the start of the second set. Again, keep in mind the Navy just has to win here in 3. Well, that's good for them. Or 4. They don't want to open the door for the Savoge team to be able to move into the next round. Top 2 teams of each pool will move into the next round. And we have a guest team. I know that. I know it's a Japanese team.
Yeah.
Oh, volleyball Japanese ni. Lulundag ni, mataas ni. Masaya.
Oh, I'm excited to see that team.
And we've seen the Japanese teams. We've seen, we enjoy the Japanese teams because of the way they bring in a different culture for the game.
Yeah.
I love it. Wala silang utility. They help each other. lalo na yung mga women, nakakatuwa, no? Walang problema if they're not being used in the game. They're appreciative, they're dancing.
Yeah.
I wonder if the men will dance also.
They do dance around, run around, actually, not
Okay.
dance, run around.
Okay.
Well, some numbers here for Navy. Everyone in that 6 scored. Delor with 7, Kiel, Sapida with 3, Suarez, De La Vega, Marcelino with 2. Everybody is on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
For Alpha Omega, Palisok with 3, Cabillan with 1, Tan and Diwa with 2 apiece. So that's the 7 points for you.
And the new players on the floor for Alpha Omega, that's MJ Fortuna, Michael John Fortuna. He's the one serving right now. And it's a bullet. Combination play does not connect. Does not work for Villanueva. A new face on the floor for the Navy, that's Marv's Villanueva.
Yeah, and Alicando and
Is also there.
Camposano.
Ayun, si Camposano ginamit na rito. In the meantime, let's return with the serve of MJ Fortuna that lands very short.
Well, these are the serves that will hurt Alpha Omega because it was a pretty strong start for them. Now they get the lead by 2. They give it right back.
In a day when you have to beat a very top team, you have to serve well, spike well, do everything extremely well. Celis with the set too close to the net. It becomes an overpass, but hindi na pounce. And the quick is perfect. Alicando.
You know, from where we're sitting, it looked long because of the follow through. Look at that, but it did
Sail down.
sail down.
At the right moment. 2 and 2. Loaded serve.
Oh, yeah.
Woo, Alfaro Regalo. Celis makes it a cleaner set. And Delor is right on target.
And any part of the court, you know, he's a middle blocker, but he can do it also from the outside, from the left pin.
You know, Greg Delor is a throwback to an era where there were no positions.
Yeah.
Diba? There really no clear utility middle blocker, and he can probably set just as well. I would think so. We're tied at 3, though, as the serve is not going to work for the Navy. If I have it right, this is Karangulan, rather. Tama ba ako? Hindi, sa kabila. Si Diwa yan. Tama ako. Pumasok nga pala si Diwa doon sa first set sa bandang dulo.
Yeah.
Si JD.
Well, sometimes if you look quick because of their hairstyle, sometimes it's very confusing.
But is it also these teams that are not regularly together, assembled from different parts, does it play a role in chemistry building and cohesiveness on the court?
Of course. Because we always say, right, you need time to gel. Whoa! Stuff block. No,
Yeah.
but back to that.
And because they played well together through a couple of months, they can do that together. Because you see the separate lives that Alpha seems to have, no?
Yeah.
Not together.
We did say, no, some from Arellano, and there are others, the younger ones, who have exams, I think, today. So
Hindi rin pala
Yeah.
full roster. Oh, oh, careful. Ang daming ninja. Talunan ng talunan. Sino yung muntik malaglagan?
Sapida. He did actually land on...
On Delor.
No,
Wait.
baliktad.
Delor.
There.
Oh, look at that. Mga ninja. Ang hirap iwasan. No? I'm sure, Greg, nung tumaas, nakita niya sa ilalim, tao!
Help!
Ganda ng play. Ang ganda ng play.
Yeah.
Perfectly executed. And when you have been together for some time, that chemistry runneth over. By the way, number 14, Greg Hairami, is already on the floor. And Coach, I love it when Coach Cecil stands up. Boys,
Listen.
behave.
Oh, good serve.
Kept in play, but out of reach.
Well, Sapida tried to use his left hand to keep the ball in play, but too strong. But yeah, I mean, when people come together to play, that's why people practice, so you get familiarized with this setter, this hitter. Hitters have different preferences.
I think it's also amplified by the fact that the game says that you can only have 3 passes. Diba? It has to be perfect each time. So, time is a friend in volleyball, actually. The longer you play together, the good things usually happen for you. In the meantime, we are with Greg Delore.
Good pass.
Oh, nowhere to go on that one.
That was Camposano with that roof.
And not allowing anybody to go through. We're moving fast here. First technical timeout already in progress.
Welcome back to the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2023. This is the PGJC Navy Sea Lions going against the Alpha Omega. And on the side of Alpha Omega, if there's one thing that head coach Ejit Mabayad believes in, that is frustration comes from expectations. How will you be able to enjoy being part of a new team kung marami na yung frustrations ninyo? Kaya naman for today, wala na silang expectations to win, most especially na once a week lang sila nagta-training, and joining the Spikers Turf was merely just a place for them to find out what they needed to improve on as a new squad, work on this, and then see us again in the next conference. Back to you guys.
Oh, thank you, Ayana. And I do love those club teams that are formed. Not everybody can get into the commercial teams. And if you can form a team club, uy, may tawag. Net touch ba? Na ano?
Sa FIDA, he just froze.
Ako? Hindi ako.
Huli. Yeah, like it's like VNS, they formed a team.
Yeah,
right? Savoj.
And there are the school-based teams. Not everybody can stay forever with a school-based team. 9-6 tally here. Not everybody can enter the military teams. In the meantime, I see Lyok coming in. And number 6, si Alicando, is back on the floor.
But I love it when, like in Spikers Turf, you have 24 teams, right?
Yeah.
24 teams.
Yeah.
And then in the PNVF, we had 20 teams.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more I heard want to join.
I've never seen that many women's names in my life.
More men's.
No, really, yung variety.
Also, yeah.
Yung variety. Oh, buhay pa.
Yeah.
Tracked down by Villanueva from the rear. Net touch.
Double jeopardy. They score the point. And again, the lore really on fire today.
This man has wings.
And we did mention, I can't remember if I think it's you and me.
What?
When we talk about Greg Delore, it's like nothing has changed from FEU.
Yeah.
Maybe a little mass, meaning muscle.
Yeah, and a little more power in the legs, perhaps. Greg ended up diving for that one. Boy, the volleyball tournament of the UAAP is just around the corner, huh? Because the first semester is nearly about to end. Basketball, first day today.
Today, yeah.
10-7 tally here. Ooh, Kalingking fought for it. Dolorm, mo, marunong mag-set, oh.
From the back.
Bomb the back row. Kinuha ni Villanueva. Hello! Jairami made sure they would get the point.
And he soared for that. He wants to make sure that even him and everyone else who's just played here in the second set is part of the scoring act.
Yeah. Parang mababasa sa dyaryo yung score. Hindi, sa score sheet yan. All the teams receive a copy of that. In the meantime, it's 11-7. Oh, rotation error. Nagtitinginan. Number 14, wala sa lugar.
Hirami.
I love it when they press that buzzer and everybody doesn't know what's happening. Except the person who pressed the buzzer. And now the second referee, she knows. Kasi tinanong niya sa table which number.
Oo. It's supposed to be Hirami.
Why does that happen? Because of the switching and the
Yeah, the switching and then, you know, when
pagbagong pasok, nakakalimutan.
Actually, no. I mean, for me, I always say at this level of competition, I hate seeing positional faults because firstly, you have to know who you follow, right?
Yeah, okay.
And who follows you, so you know, I mean, who's supposed to serve.
I remember one time playing with the Ateneo Lady Eagles, Coach Louis Hipuela was coaching. He asked me to play with them. The girls kept pushing me kasi mali yung ikot mo sa rotation. Ah, okay, sorry. Tiga-receive lang ako rito eh. One day when kulang ng players, the meantime, oh, look at that, ace.
Yeah.
No, but there is a sequence. There is a sequence. And I agree with you that you gotta be aware of it all. Sayang yung point eh. Ay. Camposano sending it into the net. Napaka-social ng pangalan niya, no? Edward Camposano.
Yeah.
Either new fashion statement or artista ang dating.
Pwede sa fashion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Navy is all business in this game, huh?
Yeah.
Whatever they did, based on Ayana's report, is working. Because
It's working.
they're all business here. Is it the patintero? I have no idea. Probably.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Oh, that was Villanueva also playing well for Navy.
I agree. Alicando serve is in play. Oh, Camposano. He's disappointed because he was there. He could not lift it up properly. It did not touch his arms, actually.
And that was Palisok. Actually, Dolor was in front of him.
Yeah.
Outstretched arms, but then he still gets that through.
Mababa. Kinuha sa ilalim. And Razel Palisok able to get it over. It's now 15-10.
Well, you don't see that all the time.
Yeah. Marv's Villanueva will be serving.
Oh, good one. Chance. Oh!
Linis, ano? Is that Liok?
Yeah.
Yep. And we arrive at the second technical break, 16-10. Navy in full control.
Galante. Owen Suarez. Iba-iba yung sapatos niya eh. Tapos may white gold pa. Pinakamatakaw. Jacob. Alauna na kumakain pa ng Pancit Canton eh. City Taping. Hindi mawawala yun sa akin. Yun talaga yung pinaka mapagmahal sa amin.
Alam mo, yung mga pinagtatatanong nyo, hesitant sumagot. Iyang hiya eh. Saan tayo? Dito. Get access to the Spiker Sturp Invitational Conference 2023 live and on HD and on One Sports plus more premium channels para sa buong pamilya pag nag-switch kayo sa Signal Postpaid. Subscribe na sa Plan 520. Enjoy 3 free months with no cash out, 88555 o bumisita sa nearest Signal dealer ninyo. Nice set. Ay, hindi pinalo. Ako na frustrated. And there, look at this. Cross-court shot. Long. It's 17-10.
Sometimes you don't have to exert the effort to get the point. You just wait for your opponents to
Kuminsan, ano,
make the mistake.
when Coach Makipuela calls out your name in the game, it's either you're like in an airport, you're either losing your passport or you're delayed for your flight. Diba? Ang linaw eh, no?
Final call.
Ang linaw eh, di ba? Ang lakas naman ng serve na yun. Is De Suyo.
Hi, Rami with that, but we have to credit Celis for a perfect pass.
Yeah. You're going to probably see, no, we won't. We have a timeout requested by Edget Mabayad.
Ay, bayaran natin ganyan, no? Jay, tignan mo. Di ba? Rex, sabi sa'yo, magsalita ka ron. Mo, setter, harap. Wala eh. Bumagsak na yung bola. Bago tayo magsasalita, bago tayo magre-react. Wala na, nakapuntos na sila. Ha? Tsaka kung hindi nyo tsatsagayin talaga yan, hanggang mamaya, ganyan gagawin natin. Hanapin ba natin yung wala rito? Galawin nyo na March dyan, go.
Here's that last play. You were saying?
That was a perfect dig. Right? I mean, it was like he could have set it. He had options. He could have put it over, but he decided to put it over.
Because it came from a great first pass. You know, when Edget Mabayad delivers his sermon, it's like he's your elder brother and you didn't do some household chore today. Or you went home late. Kombinasyon.
Oh!
Liok. Wala na, dinidiinan na ng Navy ito eh. And Liok apologizes to the opponent on the other side. That's what I love about this game.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes people like hitting other people, but then in this level,
No,
no
not
more.
in this sport.
There is respect already.
Kasi masakit po eh.
Masakit sa pride.
Well, that's
Seriously.
another thing.
Seriously, when you get hit, you don't feel
Okay.
it naman eh.
In a volleyball game, compared to basketball, mas masakit yung basketball. I asked one of the coaches eh, at least ang volleyball kasi malambot, di-deflate daw sa face mo, kahit for a moment lang. Sabi ko, coach, masakit pa rin. The serve, miss-hit. Oh, lands out.
But you know, I like what Coach Edget said because we did say a lot. There are, I think, 3 or 4 or maybe 5 players that's not here.
Okay.
That's part of Arellano, and because of school. So he said, bakit hanapin yung wala dito?
Yeah.
You're there, so play your game. Oh,
That's on the ground. Number 17, that is Jay Seketin making a connection. Of course, they need more of that. They're down by 8 currently. Seketin will be serving.
but that's frustrating, no? Oh, one more time. No, I was going to say that's frustrating. After he hits a good, let's say a good quick or differential, then he's the one to serve, right?
Okay. Maybe connecting on all cylinders as George Liok will be serving at 21 against 12.
And it actually doesn't matter who they put in.
Yeah, at this juncture, that is out. And that'll make the count 22-12. 10-point lead by the Navy that took the first set at 25-14.
Alpha Omega actually looks deflated here in the second set after the first set.
Yeah.
Massacre.
That is off the blockers. That point will go to Alpha.
Oh, better hit there. So you can see individually, you see there is talent. That's what Coach Edget is saying. Yung wala dito, that's it. You know, you cannot do anything.
Andito na tayo. Tata De Suyo serve. Dolor went for it. Could have gone out. Hard to say. Campuzano whips it in. And I think Kim Tan is just dejected because he was just about a half a foot away from it. Watch this.
Just one step, but Campuzano just enough top spin to let the ball dip there.
I know. Alam ko ang tennis ball pwede i-top spin, but that's hard with the ball this big. It takes some talent to top spin this volleyball.
Practice.
I guess so. In the meantime, that'll go to Alpha that obtained their 14th point.
Well, at least they equal their score in the first set. And, you know, maybe get a couple of points here. And then, you know, in preparation for the next set.
MJ Fortuna.
Whoa, what a serve.
Kalingking. Left-handed stab, out of reach. And some confusion on the Navy side. Villanueva tried to go for it. And 2 straight points by Alpha.
Well, they want to get good serves once again. Oh.
Ganda ng serve ni Fortuna. Oy! Short si Camposano. He's gambling a lot here. You know, you're right about being in the lead by so much. You try new things. Well, the cut shot was probably the best option there. Some coaches will yell, "Paluin mo!"
Oh, yeah.
Fortuna is still there. Third serve. Dolor dives. Uy, nakuha. Looked out.
It did, no?
It did look out, but we arrive at set point here in the second. Camposano delivering.
That's the second hit from Navy that looked out, but then it landed in.
And maybe that's where the top spin helps bring it down.
He makes it look so easy.
Mga kanyon. Celis. Dolor.
Oh,
good defense that time. Was that Diwa? He's holding on to his hand. Parang, let's see. Nasaktan ng konti, pero he'll take it.
Remember, they were teammates once upon a time, playing the same position, so I'm sure they've played against each other a lot in practice.
24.
Oh.
Heartbreaker. You just scored a magnificent point, and then you lose it out on a service error. 25-17 here in the second. Navy jumping out to a 2-set-to-love lead. They look like they're well on their way to the next round. PGJC Navy in full command of this journey. They are ahead 2-sets-to-love after a win in the second at 25-17.
Yeah, better score for Alpha Omega, but again, I feel it's the same thing that happened in the second set and in the first set. Navy I think they just really started out strong, and that kind of intimidated Alpha Omega in this match. Even though they used a different 6 in the second set, it was the same, you know, maybe a little bit of consecutive points towards the end of that second set, but pretty much it was the same story. If you look at the numbers here, again, it is pretty much the same story. 14-6, attacks even more than double. And then blocking, it's even. Aces went Navy's way. And Navy committed a lot of errors, more errors, 9 errors as compared to 7. And we did say when they had that huge lead, they tend to be a little lax, a little playful, and that's where the errors set in. But still, they erected a comfortable lead enough.
Now, just to put things into context, leading is Chef on a Diet FEU. They are in, and PGJC Navy with a win here will march in. The only loss of PGJC Navy so far is to Chef on a Diet. Now, Alpha Omega, they're out of the running, but Savage is hoping for best chances here.
at least Savage is hoping for at least a 5-setter.
But the way it's going, it's Navy in full command. They are patrolling the seas exactly as they set out to do so.
Well, if you're Alpha Omega, for me, win or lose this third set, you just want to go out. you
Yeah,
know,
with some
flair.
some flair and some pride. But my issue is the togetherness. They may not have spent, as Ayana reported, they practice only once a week. That's not going to cut it to come up with a strong volleyball team at this level. Huh?
Uh-oh, that's not enough. Especially if you said it, no, a new team. The individuals come from different schools, different
systems.
Yeah.
In terms of different systems, maliit lang ba yung nuances na yun of a team, or there are teams that we like to do pipe a lot, we like to do quicks a lot. Kanya-kanya, no?
Kanya-kanya eh. It really differs from coach to coach.
And depende sa talent that you have.
Also.
Kasi kung meron kang hindi magagaling tumalon from the back row, you can't do that many pipe attacks, di ba? In the meantime, look at this toss.
Wow.
Pasok, oh. Sabi na eh. Ang taas ng toss na yun, si Camposano ba yun? Sabi na eh.
And again, I love the way he jump serves because he makes it look so simple. It's just his timing is one approach. He doesn't go too far behind. Look at this. The set, 1-2, hit. Although that went to the net.
Naka-standby na kami, slow mo yun eh. Mamaya ako pag success, pakita namin gaano kalinis yun. Pero he has a graceful vertical leap.
And simple.
Simple. Hindi yung maraming dribble ng bola. In the meantime, Camposano tosses it up. Hiram. Ooh, Alpha.
Oh!
The most depressing call in all of volleyball, di ba?
Especially after a great dig from a strong hit. Okay, dig, biglang.
Di ba? You can actually say, puto! Yeah, which is such a volleyball term.
Of the 80s.
Of the 80s. But you hear it every now and then from some of the coaches.
I hear it from you. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I hear it from you. I hear it from Chicky.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
No, that doesn't matter. I'm from the 70s, actually. In the meantime. Here's the set. Fortuna. Hala. Home run. Home run. Or home run. In the meantime, 5-1 ang count natin. The Navy leading in the set count. 2-0 in full charge of this match. Gabillan gets to it. Becomes a free ball. Villanueva is rejected, but it's blocked away and out.
Did you see the way he soared for that, Villanueva?
Ooh, yeah.
Not the tallest of players, but as athletic.
In the meantime, all set to serve will be Jepoy Alicando. And it's 6-2.
Well, Alpha Omega will take that. But again, we were saying if they go on to lose this in 3 sets, you just want to play this third set, with heart and
A little more passion.
a little more passion, yes.
In the meantime, this is 7-2. And the Navy making short work. I don't think there's any doubt that they'll take this match. But at the same time, Navy is hoping they can play as well and as cohesive in the next couple of matches. And I think their concern is they're not playing to their potential, siguro. In the meantime, that serve is way out. And it'll be the 3rd point of the Alpha Omega Spikers.
Yeah, which makes me go back to that point what I said in the pre-game. No, I love the addition of Edward Camposano to this squad. No, youth and talent.
Now, there's a new face on the floor. That is Panga Jacob with a slide and brings his team to the first technical break.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2023. This is the PGJC Navy Sea Lions going against Alpha Omega. Now, earlier I talked about how the management and coaching staff of PGJC reached a new level of anger, and I want to give you guys a brief background towards why. The frustration stems from the fact na pinayagan na yung Navy to miss their duties to prioritize the volleyball games and training. This was a big sacrifice that Navy had to do to promote the work-life balance of the Sea Lions. So all they asked for from them is to enjoy every game, most especially this very crucial game. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Ayana Perlas, with that report. We now have the Navy. They're clarifying their sequence as far as they were called for a rotation slip earlier. I don't think they want that to happen again.
And especially because you can clarify. Now, if you're not sure, clarify first with the officials table. Oh.
That's high up and out by the... You know what I get a kick out of that rotation error? None of the assistant coaches see it. Nobody, in all the years we've been doing volleyball, you've never seen an assistant saying, mali ang pwesto, mali ano. Sana hindi makita.
No, I think because you practice that, so they trust that everybody knows. You said it earlier. You should know where you are.
Yeah, actually. In the meantime, check ball in the back row. And to be fair to the coaches also, kung minsan sa dami ng fake at saka yung switching of position, pwede rin makalimutan. Iba yung tinitingnan ng assistant. None of the coaches will say, mali pwesto mo, mali pwesto mo.
I'll ask you a question.
What?
If ikaw yung coach, papayag ka.
Oh, but I can't, I personally, no, but to be totally honest, we've covered this for a lot of years, but, you know, it's, nahihirapan tayo to follow, and we wait for that buzzer of the referee or the official here on the scorer's table.
Yeah.
It's not a call that you can make on play-by-play. Dami excuse, ano? Ganda ng atake. Lulusot. Look how na itaas, oh. Hello. Fortuna tracks it down. Alfaro gives a free ball to the other side.
Oh.
Talk of being creative.
Again, that's why you love that he's there. He already was out of position, but he knew exactly what to do. Look at that. I'm just going to put it there. You know, I'm looking at the lineup or the six of Alpha Omega. They're actually having fun. They're laughing.
Yeah, that's good.
Except for Diwa.
Diwa is all serious business.
He is. And he is frustrated.
He doesn't find this amusing that being down by 2 sets, huh? And down 12-4 here.
You can see that.
Yan ha, tama ka no rin. Alam mo kasi to some people, volleyball is serious. It's life. It's serious business.
I think it's more because we've seen the way he played when he was with Navy. You know that he has his own expectations with the team. Let's say,
a good point, yeah.
If you lose a certain way. You go down fighting, right? Not yung the way.
Look at that. Mars Villanueva, Ish Polvorosa says this cleanly. It's an out-of-system play and they still made something out of it. Ang cool kasi ni Ish, eh, di ba? He makes volleyball so cool. Eh.
I like the way he said it naman.
Diba, no? Ay, ganda. Nakuha ba? Nakuha ba? Ay,
Out.
Yung Fortuna is playing well, actually. At least he's attacking.
He's going for it. That's all you can ask.
Greg Jairami. Navy now is marching towards the end.
Yeah, even Palisok's committing all these. I mean, that error. But I'm sure, Sir Sev, I'm sure in the next Spikers Turf, you'll see a more cohesive play from Alpha Omega.
Look at this. They just scored a point. And you will see most teams that are together, they'll celebrate. They'll come together and give high fives and discuss the next play. Didn't happen on this side.
Just from Fortuna, you're right.
They don't, correct. Now, this time they do, but because we're guiding into a timeout, the second technical timeout.
Bilang isang collegiate player pa po, nakikinig lang po ako sa mga sinasabi ng mga kuya ko, mga coaches ko. Kasi lahat naman po kami may potential. Doon ko po nabuboost yung sarili ko para gawin yung best ko hanggang maganda po yung maging outcome dun sa loob ng court, wala pong problema.
Okie dokie. NBA time. First ever NBA in-season tournament is here. Watch all 30 teams battle it out for the NBA Cup from November 4 to December 9. Only on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports and Pilipinas Live. Hashtag NBA on Signal and hashtag always be a fan. Ay, Rami. Oh, ano? 4 touch na eh.
I was going to point out that it was Edward Camposano who just served that.
Okay.
Wala, finish na.
16-7. Into the net off that serve. Franz Racasa unable to get it across. 17-7 tally here. There's a huge possibility this will be one of those games that will not avail at all of the challenge. Linis. Ang simple ng tapik ni George Leok.
Yeah.
Kung minsan daliri lang kailangan mo eh, no?
And that's a perfect example of when we're saying that he's well established, he's squared for that, so
Yeah.
he had full control.
The meantime, the serve is long by Jepoy Alicando. And we're going to go with the serve of Jetro Cabillan.
Oh,
And that'll bring Navy to its 19th point.
but seriously, I mean, we base it on what Ayana said earlier. You know, they probably got a lot of scolding from management. That bad for them to like, you know, they're playing possess
You know,
here.
to many of them who are actually enlisted men, for the officers of the Navy together, madami implications. Eh.
Oo.
So I guess the powwows and the open fora have helped. It's in play. Camposano tracks it down. Uh-oh, whistle, net touch. Jairami, who is shocked.
Well, he did a Michael Jordan there. I saw him. Look at this. Right?
Okay, you're on the ball today, huh? 19-10 tally here.
Because you don't see that often.
Every day.
Outside again.
And you can feel a bit of the frustration on that heave. He's Razel or Palisok has tried so hard here today. He's been missing also. Alfaro has been steady though. That's Diwa. Oh, they still got it. Free ball. Camposano gets it to connect.
And it was, you know, you could hear that they really designed that play. Jairami knew. That was a beautiful one.
21-10.
Another good serve.
That is short, and that will make it 22-10. Yeah, that's our scores are now in sync.
Okay.
Alfaro has strong arms. That's, ooh, the net touch.
Oh, that's a break for Alpha Omega.
Yeah. Fortuna will be serving. Sometimes when you take a little longer than usual, it gets overpowered. Sometimes, I theorize, of course. It has to be verified by numbers.
No, I also feel na for Alpha Omega, these last serves are, you know, it's showing really what's inside their frustration, their
point, yeah, I agree.
disappointment.
In the meantime, this is missed. It will bring Alpha to its 12th point. Diwa will serve.
A little grin there. Ooh.
And we are at match point. I think we borrowed this from tennis, ano?
Match point.
Di ba? Match point, championship point, set point.
Well, Rakaza still fighting.
Yeah, finding that spot.
But I guess you really, the way Navy's playing, we have to give it to them. Alpha Omega's prolonging the inevitable.
They are going to be in the next round, and that's going to do it for this match. It ends inauspiciously with a service error. 25-13. Straight sets win by the Navy, Noreen.
Yeah, again, you know, today they were the more focused team. They wanted to get to the next round. We did say win in 3 or 4, and losing is not an option, obviously, for all these men in the PGJC Navy. Losing indeed was not an option.
Okay, that'll do it for this match, but we will still talk to our best player of the game, inform you of the schedule down the road in just a moment.
Welcome back to the Spiker Surf Invitational Conference 2023. What an exciting three-setter actually that was for our triple header. Congratulations to the PGJC Navy Sea Lions. Finally, they secured a spot here at the quarterfinals, and we have our best player of the team. We have Kapitan Greg Dolor. Congratulations, Greg. Kamusta?
Okay naman kasi nag-enjoy lang kami sa court tapos lumabas yung mga laro ng bawat isa sa amin. So yun talaga yung susi namin para manalo sa mga games namin at sa mga darating na games pa namin.
Kapitan Greg, you mentioned na parang lumabas na yung totoong laro. Actually, I want to talk about nung PNVF, naging middle blocker ka. Tapos ngayon, bumalik ka sa open hitter, correct? So, I think, I want to know, mas komportable ka ba talaga sa open hitter position?
Ano lang kasi parang nakadepende lang siya sa kasi pinapractice namin yun, middle, then open. So, pagdating ng games is mangyayari talaga siya. May times na magiging middle blocker ako, then next is open spiker. So, adjustment lang talaga. Yun.
Greg, naikwento sa akin ni Head Coach Cecil Cruzada na medyo nagkaroon kayo ng self-reflection. So, gusto ko lang malaman, now that you're entering the quarterfinals, ano yung mga na-realize nyo from that self-reflection and in today's game?
Yung overconfidence, yun yung number 1 sa amin. So, bale, sa mga darating na games namin is one goal lang muna. One set, one goal lang muna. So, yung one at a time. Yun.
Thank you so much, Greg. Okay, last but not the least, pwede nang bumati sa mga friends ninyo or yung mga family mo na nanonood.
Maraming salamat sa sumusuporta sa PGJC Navy, si Tita Ping, manager namin, si Sir Commodore Lagasca, sir. Thank you. Then si Sir Rod Marukot, then mga coaches po namin, papasalamat po kami. Then mga sumusuporta po sa mga pamilya po namin na lagi po nandyan, na hindi po kami iniiwan. Then doon po kay Marasigan family sa San Juan, Batangas. Then yung family ko sa Zambales, yung asawa ko si Charm Dolor, yun. Tapos yung mga baby ko po, si Gavin and Gianna. Yun na po. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much. Once again, this is Captain Greg Dolor, our best player of the game for today's match. We'll see you guys in the quarterfinals. Back to you, Seven Nuri.
Thank you very much, Ayana and Greg. Sounds like a sitcom, Ayana and Greg. Okay, in the meantime, it was a decisive, impressive, authoritative win by the Navy in straight sets over the Alpha Omega Spikers.
And they had the luxury of actually fielding in all, I think all.
Almost, yeah.
If not majority, all of the players. And what you like is how they responded from, you know, the internal scuffs they had. And they came out again wanting to win, wanting to get to the next round. The numbers, actually, the one thing that I want to say is Alpha Omega just played, you know, disappointed volleyball in the third set. 14 errors. You know, we saw the serves, a lot of these serves in the middle towards the end. Navy not far behind with 10, but what we want to say for Alpha Omega, I mean, we're going to see you next year, definitely. We're hoping you have more time to practice and prepare because you have the talent, and we're just excited to see your progress.
And it's also for Edget, who has been around the coaching business for quite some time, and he's such a kind person, and I know he works very hard. This is scheduled on Friday. We're completing the preliminary phase, looking for the final lineup of quarterfinalists. And in behalf of Noringo and Ayana Perlas and everybody here, for the team that takes care of covering power and passion together, this is the place where men's volleyball is played.